attended in 35 years, you know this is something special. And a quote from Elaine Batt, founder of Burner Consulting Limited. What I love about Liberating Leadership is its simplicity. It is so easy for managers to access and implement, either as a whole program or for one-off situations. For example, just using the Performance Navigator. It's a practical handbook that helps managers develop into great leaders by helping their teams fulfill their potential. And from Carol Noakes, Director of Voice Limited. This is clear, concise and facilitates genuine structured learning. Quote from Jeff Ribbons, author Body Language and Body Language in a Week. The unique selling point of Derek's book is that it tells managers how to behave to become accepted as leaders. There are lots of books on leadership, but very few are so practical and applied. And from Emma Brereton, the Kudos Group. I first came across Derek's programme whilst working with an organisation who were so enthused and converted by his process that it made me want to go out and be part of it. Having become accredited through Ali Stewart, I feel like I've got a completely new lease of life as a management training consultant. Between them, they have given me structure, meaning, and a much-needed process that has left me inspired, enthused, and able to deliver management training that really does have a lasting effect. Best training I've ever embarked on. Thanks. And from Paul Thompson, owner, Westminster Associates Limited. For me, the Liberating Leadership programme brought together years of teaching and learns around leadership development in one place. A real gem. A very common sense approach to bringing about real and very sustainable improvements in performance. Based on an understanding of self and own style as leader, it then cleverly weaves this through the performance management cycle in a way that will help any people manager navigate the process in a rational, straightforward and understandable way. End of praise for Liberating Leadership. About the book. We first published this book in 2008 as Leading and Developing High Performance, which is something of a mouthful and was only ever intended to be a working title. However, we couldn't think of anything else which so aptly summed up the concept of this approach to leadership. Then in 2012, I became accredited to use the beautiful Insights Deeper Discovery model, which powerfully takes you to the level of archetypes and the very essence of Carl Jung's teaching. I was drawn to one of the archetypes in my profile, Liberator. Directs us to think for ourselves, breaking free from constraints and uncovering our untapped potential. Now I had it. This describes the leading and developing high-performance approach. And how much more inspiring would it be if it was called Liberating Leadership? See what you think. For our existing clients and practitioners, we hope you like the new look. The content is roughly the same, although some of the text has been updated to keep up with the fast-moving times. And we've added more models and graphics to bring a new level of clarity and understanding. Derek originally acknowledged all of our colleagues involved in testing the original research, particularly Dr. Mike Carter, Joe Wainwright and Deepak Rugani, and also clients whose enthusiasm helped us through that time. There were many, but Richard Batley, Elaine Kennedy, Patrick von Sydow, Paul Walkinshaw and Dr. Liz White deserve special mention, and were all involved in that original body of work. For me, there are so many I'm grateful to. I am constantly inspired by my clients and practitioners, and am honoured to share some of their case studies on my website, www.alistewartandco.com. Together we have won national awards, turned around teams, saved leaders from catastrophe. It works in all corners of the globe. Last I heard, it was on its way, with expert practitioner Karen Knowles, to an international school in Jeju, a beautiful island off the coast of South Korea. I wonder where it will take you. I would love to hear. Best wishes, Ali. End of About the Book. Contents. The book has a foreword and an introduction, followed by 10 chapters, with 6 further sections to end the book. The 10 chapters are: Chapter 1, Background to the Liberating Leadership Approach. Chapter 2, Underlying Attitudes and Beliefs for Success.